Hello and welcome to Dan Cooking, the only show on YouTube where you learn to cook like a Dan. I'm Dan.
And I'm Tim.
And today, we're making jambalaya. You will need peppers,
rice,
carrots,
onions,
spices, olive oil, zucchini, celery, garlic, and sausage.
Step 1, bring the vegetable stock to a shimmer, which pretty much means until it starts glowing.
Step 2, dice your peppers.
Dice your onions. Onions are just like people. On the outside, they're nice and sweet, but on the inside, they're tear-jerking banshees who just aren't happy until you're lying in a puddle of your own tears in the corner of a room in the fetal position.
Next, we're going to chop up our celery. Now, the celery we got's actually already been cut up, but we're going to cut it even more. It's like my grandma used to say, F the police.
Cut your zucchini into small pieces. Zucchini comes from the Latin zucca, which comes from the Pig Latin uccinise, which of course means looks like a penis.
You know, I've always thought that tomatoes, like onions, sort of reflect some essential part of what it means to be human. Because on the outside, they're so firm and so delicate and so beautiful. But on the inside, all it takes is just a little force with a knife to realize that we're all just goo, you know what I mean? And some people might find that gross, but I find that liberating, you know what I mean? On the inside, we're all just goo. You just need to get inside to see it. You just need to get past the outside and in where it all matters, you know what I mean? In where it counts. That's where people are. You want to see someone, you got to get up in there. You need to find out what people are really made of. You know what I mean? Just fucking find out. What's wrong with people? Why don't we know people anymore? You know what I mean? Like there was a time where you could fucking eat someone, right? Then the government came in, said no more eating people, no more knowing what people are really made of, right? Because they don't want you to know. What do you think's going on in Area 51? Government's eating people, they know what it's about, but they don't want you to have the essential human experience. You know what I mean? So like I was saying, cut your tomatoes. And then we're ready to move on to the next step.
Next, cut up your sausage. Now, the Greeks were very fond of sausage, so much, in fact, that they named it ausage, which actually means looks like a penis. Next, put 1/8 cup of olive oil, then your carrots, your celery, your onions, and your peppers all into a pot for 4 to 5 minutes.
Once that's been cooking for a while, add 1.5 cups of rice and a tablespoon of garlic.
Add the tomato, sausage, and zucchini to the pot and cook it for 2 minutes. Looks good now.
Once that's looking good, we're going to add about half of our vegetable stock into the mix so that the rice isn't hard as a rock. As the vegetable stock boils off, keep adding in more.
Next, add chili powder,
Italian herbs and spices,
seasoned salt,
parsley sauce,
cilantro,
and Italian grinded herbs. Then just stir it slowly until the liquid's all gone.
And that's how you make it, but thanks to the magic of film, here's the finished product. Oh, hot. Beautiful, no?
And now for the taste test. We have Ashley and Monica who are going to give the food a score out of 10. Tim, mood music, please.
Seven. Actually, I have pretty low standards on food, so this is actually like a 9 to me.
Really?
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Above average. Yeah!
In fact, there's huge scientific disciplines who are fighting over the definition of what culture actually is. But the big consensus is that culture is stuff. All the stuff.
Dan really needs to stop letting me touch these knives because I'm having too much fun. We're professionals here.